My amazing Aquarians, welcome into your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of July 2024. We're beginning with a pre-pulled overall energy of the Magician. Absolutely beautiful. I feel like you're manifesting a ton and without realizing it at certain points, co-creating with spirit. And that could definitely be several spirits there to assist you, whether they're part of your team of guides or not. But I feel like at the top of your list, you're manifesting more income, more money, maybe donations, more tips, maybe a commission or two. This could as well be a bonus or maybe a pay raise. But I do sense that you as well are utilizing your ability to manifest and co-create to your advantage when it comes to gaining new opportunity. It could be a new job. It could be as well a business getting off the ground. It could be more opportunities left and right more consistently for an existing business or two for you. But for some of which I feel like you want to expand things for your existing business or two, but it's just not the time yet, all right? And I feel like after the month of August, you'll find it easily coming to be more so. Beautiful. Got to trust in divine timing. But as well, I feel like this is a time where people are getting to know you while you're getting to know others. You're helping people all the meanwhile, even if that's not, say, a direct action through or due to your job or your business. I feel like breaking it down and even in conversations otherwise, you're randomly helping people. But I wouldn't be surprised if your business and or your job or two is very assisting in nature for other people. The Six of Pentacles coming out. I really feel like it's a time of rewards. It's a time of feeling like your efforts are paying off big time. And I'm not just saying that to say it. I mean, you don't get these two cards to begin if it's not going to be a positive, successful, and rewarding month for you. But I feel like there is a leap of faith you're taking, whether it's to shift to a new place of residence, regardless of the timeline for you. It might be a focus for one in the near future. It could be as well a career shift for some, or maybe another investment that's going to shift things in a maybe unclear direction, but a more successful one. However, it's going to look and be experienced for you. But it does feel like money is flowing in quite nicely. I want to say more than June, and maybe even more than May. But the ups and downs of your finances are taking a highlight. I did hear on my walk back into the house I'm staying in currently, after cleansing my energy, Aquarian's monthly reading is going to be a lot about their money, okay, their finances. You maybe need to tighten up on your spending, if we're being completely honest. And if you already have been very strategic in regards to maybe being stingy is the word coming through, or just more selective when it comes to where you put your money, then keep that up because it will pay off big time throughout the month and more so moving forward. And I feel like there are expenses that you and changes that you know will cost you moving forward, you know, expected ones. But there is as well some unexpected changes, twists and turns, and expenses otherwise that you need to be thinking about beforehand, right? We don't want you to be in a state of, oops, I could have, you know, held back from spending on this, this, and that, or this so many times over and over to the point where now I don't have money or enough for that unexpected expense. You get the point. But I feel like you are being viewed as a star. And I'm not just saying that because you're an Aquarius. I did get the star card as one of your pre-pulled main energies, but it just didn't feel like the most accurate one. And so therefore I ended up going with the Magician. But the Nine of Pentacles, because I feel like you are reaching for the hope in ways that you don't even realize at certain points. It's like, yeah, that job may be annoying or toxic at times. And it could be more than one situation, of course. It could be where you're living. But you're reaching for the hope at times in ways that feels natural. Okay, it just feels organic. But there are other points where you may need to adjust your perspective and check yourself when you're focusing on things in maybe a negative manner, or just focusing on the imperfections way too much, or just, you know, in that moment unnecessarily. And so that's going to be one of those pushes from yourself, your intuition, maybe even spirit, to reach back to that dove, to that hope, for the benefit of more than one aspect of your world and your money and career in general. You're also going to feel like things just come to be quite easily. It's like conversations are smooth, work being accomplished quite easily. Yes, sometimes you have to attempt things. It reminds me of me getting these readings done. You'd be surprised how many times I have to, you know, reattempt the beginning of a reading. Sometimes that has to happen for you, but I feel like there's a reasoning, a purpose to everything, right? Say, for example, if I have to do a reading over a couple times, or I have to begin a reading multiple times, yeah, it might be a negative messing with kind of moment or a struggle with energy, but then I end up doing it at the right time, several minutes later, or maybe even the next day when the energy is more suited, all right, and just a lot lighter. But so apply it to your situation. It feels like you need to remember the purposeful timing of everything and process all the meanwhile. It feels like it's a very spiritually connected time for you where, as well, your intuition is ringing true, left and right. So are you trusting it wholeheartedly as much as you should? Some yes, some no. And some of which, if we're being honest, it's, varying. You go from trusting it to not to trusting it to not. You know what I mean? But I do sense there is levels of patience that you need to be embodying, all right? Knowing wholeheartedly, not being the only reason, but you're an example, whether it's through that job, through your online presence, your business otherwise, or maybe that business is online, partially or fully. But I feel like you are and this could even be in regards to other people in your personal life, however that's going to be for you. You're an example, and I feel like people are noticing that you do at times want to lose or end up almost losing your patience or your cool, but you don't. And I also feel like people are seeing you easily accomplish in the midst of having to at times again reach for that hope, that independence and patience, and they're inspired, all right? And they maybe even will remember how they should be going about this, this, and that, okay? It feels like an example of a star is what I'm now getting, an example of a star. There's a royalty vibe that Spirit's going to give you at a certain point, and it's going to feel and be experienced differently for each individual drawn to the reading. And I feel like this is to help you focus on more, all right, to help you remember how special you are and how rich and wealthy you're meant to feel and be moving forward. It's this feeling of you at times feeling like a wounded warrior because of all the ups and downs of your finances, of your work situation or two, or just your career path in general. And so then it might be in that moment where you get a push to take care of yourself more, or remember when you have the allotted time moving forward, even if it's the next day or two, or the following week, just put in the effort, right? Take care of yourself. I'm hearing do that face mask, take that nap, go for that run or walk. But as well, I feel like, again, going back to the royalty message, you're going to be given that sort of feeling at one, if not multiple points throughout the month in order to help you feel better, okay? And as well, it's a dual kind of moment where it's giving you that message or several messages for how things are meant to be more so moving forward, okay? Differing in timing for each soul drawn to the reading. Wow. Bear with the struggles. But we also have the Lover's card. This is definitely talking about your choices and you being loved on and appreciated throughout the month in regards to that job, that business. It could be even in regards to going to a store or two, place to purchase things, and then the staff, maybe even customers otherwise, are complimenting you, liking your energy, maybe several laughing moments taking place. And I want to say that could as well be in regards to your work or at home. But I do sense that, again, your choices are taking a highlight. Have you been spending too much for some? Have you been over-consuming something or over-associating with something or somebody to the point of a lack of energy or just maybe lack of motivation? But I also feel like you need to remember the planets do affect you when it comes to your motivation levels, your energy levels. Spirits can as well affect that. Energy for some. And when you have a lot on your plate, we need to each individually be honest with ourselves, as I'm showing the Judgment card. How do we strategically remove, release, ignore, okay, and avoid, and even take on in order to feel healthy, motivated, more so to get things done strategically. But I feel like there is a feeling of you in a very light manner for the most part, wanting to stay busy, as I feel like it's at least partially due for a lot to the fact that it's at least partially due to the fact that you partially or fully love what you do for work, maybe even for some in regards to spending money. Anyways, I know for me personally, I love to spend money, so I have to have a rich future, and you might relate as well. But I feel like you have a big purpose as well being drawn to the reading. And this may be intertwined with a new opportunity or two. It may as well be just informed to you and or reminded to you in one if not multiple ways for a sake of financial gain and for some fame, fortune, otherwise. But it feels like you need to remember the definition of wealth doesn't just entail and speak upon finances, right? Money, otherwise. But it does talk about a wealth of attention and support and opportunities to help you succeed more and to get ahead and to stay ahead. And so I feel like you again are being informed and or reminded wealth lies ahead. All right, and it doesn't just feel like that's where it lies. It feels like there are bits and pieces, chunks I'm hearing of wealth to be acquired, experienced, and maintained for you individually being drawn to this reading as I just twitched. But the Two of Wands, because I feel like you can't help in certain down moments, maybe even busy moments for a select few. It happens. You can't help but focus on what you don't have, right? I'm getting specifically a moment where you're facing a window or you're looking to the left of a window. Anyways, but I feel like your world is changing at this time, and you need to remember how easily, again, you are manifesting and co-creating. So we can't be overly focusing on the negatives or the lack in our life to the point of more lack, right? More difficulty. It's this feeling of you remembering, yeah, I need to believe that I deserve more. And at times, knowing that I want and or need whatever I don't have enough of or don't have in general can help me manifest and co-create. But overly focusing on it's going to put you in a state of lack, even a poverty-stricken mindset for some. And this is going to really damage the progress or just the progression of the month. All right. So, and that as well definitely can be, something to remember moving forward. But I feel like it's this time where you need to be in an abundant mindset, right? Plentiful lies ahead and is being experienced and gained throughout the month of July. But it's easy at times, very Five of Cups-ish, maybe due to this energy as well, or whatever situation is weighing you down, to expect the worst. Okay, and that may as well tie back to, again, certain levels of lack, but you can manifest. So what do you want? What do you need more of? Focus on it, believe it, imagine it. Be one with the fact that that's about to come in and transpire in your external reality. Beautiful. I stumble in these readings, but then when it comes out smoothly, it comes out smoothly. There's a Tower moment being highlighted from the past, and for some you're experiencing one in, I want to say the middle of the month, if not the beginning. Okay, or the end. So it doesn't feel like it's in between those three main points. I do feel like this is meant to be, all right, if this is a current day Tower moment and it's something that you planned for and or expected. But I do sense that when Spirit highlights what you went through as far as an ending or two that was disappointing somehow, or just 18 is a good number for you, or just was, dissatisfying, or maybe, you thought it was going to extend longer or just work out in the end. It was meant to be. And so at certain points, due to this reminder, look around. What is purposeful? What is working for you? Whether it's more where you're living, where you're working, where you're running your business, or just that business in general. We need to notice the purposefulness of every up and down and twist and turn and ending and new beginning within your life in general, along your path. But specifically, we're here, of course, to talk about your money and career choices and, parts of your life in general. But as we get ready to wrap up this beautiful reading, again, I feel like going back to this world here, this globe, your world is developing and changing. That was so uncomfortable. And I feel like you are going to notice this in different ways throughout the month, maybe even remember this in certain ways and how that's intertwined and even directly affected by money and career choices, even small ones. And so they're asking you again, what do you want? What do you need? Watch the money and the success, the victory roll on in for you. Beautiful reading. So if this was truly helpful, sending you so much love and light. To book a personal reading, don't forget, everything is down below. Just shoot me a quick email. Sending you love and light once again.